being here early. This is pretty good attendance for Monday after spring break. I hope you all guys all had a great break. We're back here now, excited to finish up the school year. Really quick, it's not a day one, it's day 3, so don't listen to that slide. We're gonna start things out with Mount LA Giving Day. So I'd like to welcome Ms. Brummel to the stage.
Good morning, friends. I'm actually going to do the reflection first. And today we start the first day of the 4th quarter of our 60th year. We've been celebrating Seabury Hall's 60th year, and thank you. In the fall, we had a big party, and unfortunately, we couldn't have students there, but we created 2 different short documentaries about Seabury Hall, and we wanted to make sure you guys saw it because really we're here for the kids. And I think that it's important for us to look back at the beginning of our school and see kind of the vision and what the intentions were when Seabury was founded in 1964. When you watch the first documentary, you're probably not going to recognize very many of the faces, but I want you to remember that just like you, they are connected to Seabury, and they share our common love and affection for this school. Our school is also known as Mount LA. You'll see it used a lot, Mount LA Giving Day. You'll see it on the Cooper House building. And the spirit of learning and Mount LA is actually a cloud that's over Haleakala, and I like to think of it as something that kind of, if we're all individual flowers, kind of binds us all together. So all of these people you'll hear from helped write our history, and I hope you enjoy this first piece. I'll be back more for the second one. Thank you.
My name is Wendy Baldwin. I went to Seabury Hall and graduated in 1967, the very first graduating class.
When I first came to Seabury, I was absolutely fascinated with the place in general, but I heard a lot about and understood a lot about Kate Cooper. Who was she? And how is it that, this school came to be? And Kate Cooper had a vision. She had a vision which was a pretty expansive vision. Started out, what if we did a school for girls? What if we had a private school for girls? But in her writings and in her will, you could tell that she had a bigger vision, that it could start out as a school for girls, but you know what? Whatever evolves is great.
We had a small chapel, and the garages were classrooms, and the library was upstairs.
So we always talk about Kate Cooper as being the first donor. She gave her home for education. She gave her vision and worked with the Episcopal Church to make it happen. So there were a lot of conversations before the doors ever opened 60 years ago.
I was on the diving team, the swimming team, synchronized swimming. They had fencing. Then we used to have Cooper Day, where Headmaster's Day, they would just arbitrarily say, we're not going to school today, we're all gonna get in vans and drive up to the crater and see the snow. Just for the moment.
I think the teachers lived in the bedrooms. The dining hall was very tiny, and all the students had breakfast, lunch, and dinner in the dining hall. Meetings were held in the living room. The offices now were bedrooms and housing for the teachers who worked here back then.
I think keeping the doors open financially was always, in the early days, a challenge. I know in some years we ended up using tuitions from the incoming fall to help pay for obligations we had to teachers, as a year that we were looking forward to was not yet in sight, but the year we were in was ending. So financially it was a tough go.
I said, is there any way that we can have the church give the land to the school and the corporate structure of the school, Seabury, and still have the Episcopal Church involved strongly, Reverend, on campus or and with their whole involvement of the school, so that you kept the integrity of Aunt Kate Cooper's will intact, so to speak.
When I first came here, it was a very small school and much fewer buildings than we have today. And over that time, because of the success of things, we've just grown, and these new buildings have popped up, and they're beautiful, and the kids come into them and they just feel like they're valued, because look at what has happened and what has been put up around them. And of course, we working here too just love it too. It just gets easier and easier to work here.
Some of our most important projects were the upper school, the middle school, the gym, and the Creative Arts Center.
By now, first of all, you've had a number of graduating students. And those graduating students started becoming something in the community. And so Seabury's story began to grow through that route. You take all those stories being told, it generates a lot of excitement that, by God, up there on the mountain's a little gem.
I was just reminded that I have been on the board for over 40 years. Oh, that's shocking.
I never forgot the phrase that to have a successful school is like a chair. All four legs have to be stable. You have to have the quality of education, the athletic, the arts, music and arts, and the financial stability.
The belief that Maui needed a good educational institution for preparing young people to go away to college. And when I say that, it was always my parents' dream that young kids would go to Seabury, prepare themselves for college, and then come back to help Maui grow and be more successful. Doesn't always work that way, but that was always their dream and their goal.
The friendships that I created are forever. Because we were all experiencing this. We were an experiment. We were kind of going with the flow, and everybody was learning at the same time.
The school has made a difference in the Maui community, has produced leaders that have been very effective in the community, and I thank that to Seabury Hall for what they've done, and they continue to grow.
The school itself is the tip of an iceberg of what the Erdmans gave to the community as a whole, but certainly Seabury was a big passion.
I think the only return they would like to see is that there are more kids that go and get an education, go away to college, come back to Maui, and help support the school in the next generation. I think that would be the most important thing to my parents.
I would like to believe that she would be so proud and so happy of what this school has become. I think it's moved far beyond her original vision. I think the addition of the buildings, the gymnasium, the Fine Arts Center, the AIM Center, the upper school classrooms, the 5th grade, that these are all things that maybe were not in the original thought, but that others have taken the original idea and said, why don't we, or what if? You know, what if the school could? And I think that what if is the one thing that all educators talk about. What if we started this program? What if we offered this class? What if our kids could go out and have marine biology actually in the ocean, which not every school can do. So I think that she would have that cup of tea out on the balcony and go, this is good. You know, this is what a school should be. This is what we should be doing for our students today.
Thank you. I think in our story here at Seabury and in any story, in any place that you go, it's important to hear from our kupuna, to hear from our elders who have put so much time and, as you can see, aloha into the places that we enjoy. Now we get to see Seabury through a modern lens, one that captures who we are today. You'll definitely see familiar faces and maybe even your own, and you'll hear these things as they reflect the heart of our school. As you watch, I encourage you to listen closely to the words that people use to describe Seabury. What do they say about this place, about our community, and what makes it special? And most importantly, how do you describe it? This is your school, and you are writing Seabury's history of today, which I will gladly share about for years to come. So take a moment to reflect on what Seabury means to me. To you. Let's hear from our friends.
It's really special that the largest class that we've ever had is graduating on the 60th year, because it really shows the kind of growth that not only the classes have been through, but that the school has been through.
Seabury Hall has played such an important role in my growth as an educator and as an adult, and that has been because of the support I've received from everyone that I've come into contact with, whether that's my coworkers, families, mentors, leaders. I just feel very privileged to be a part of this community and thank everyone who contributes in any way that they do or can to the Seabury Hall Ohana.
Having been here when the gym was built and when the chapel moved and the library became what it is today, everything here, it just keeps onward and upward, keeps getting nicer and more beautiful, but the spirit remains the same. And that's what I hope for, is that that as beautiful as everything has become and as we grow as a campus, that we still maintain that spirit.
I just believe that Seabury is a very strong and loving community. They offer so many opportunities to kids who wouldn't usually have these opportunities, like the financial aid system my family definitely leans upon, and we're very grateful for this experience.
It's a beautiful place to work, and I think that rubs off on the students as well as all of us that work here. It's just really great to be here. And when you see students happy to be here and with each other, it just makes everything so much simpler to work with them.
I like to think that we have a responsibility to our island, no matter how long we live here, no matter if a student never comes back, they're always going to be tied to this place. We need to do right by it, and I think that that's what makes Seabury a worthy investment for our island, because those impacts are going to ripple through the people who have been touched by Seabury for years to come.
I feel very lucky to have been able to go to Seabury. It's just an amazing place, and all the people that I met there, whether my class or older or younger, always just so welcoming when they hear someone else is from Seabury.
I was fortunate to come here for high school and really learned and grew through my teachers, through my mentors, my coaches, huge inspirations in my life. And the love of Seabury, the love that I have for Seabury is, it means a lot to me because of what I learned here through sport and my academics, to be able to go away and come back and give back to the community that gave me so much. I'm so grateful to be in this role and this opportunity to help our future student athletes grow and be better people.
I'm not really sure how to explain it, but it's like a perfect school. It's a good school. It really helps us out. There's no need to worry about how you look, how you act, all that. You just be yourself with them.
I think there's just a high level of integrity here, And one of the most important lessons I took away was that a lot of times the hardest decision is the right one. And when you go through this place and all these experiences, you're not afraid to make that hard decision and do the hard things to come up with the right answer.
This board is one I've enjoyed the most, to see the results of good citizenship and making some really good academic decisions. And I feel very lucky to be involved with it.
There's an eye towards the future always here, especially within the last few years. So there's just been a great energy with the leadership of Mrs. Madden, and we're excited for the future.
On my first day, I was kind of terrified because it was all new people, an entirely new state, and really there's nothing to be afraid about because it's a great community and they'll always be here for you.
One reason we have to keep growing is because we do anyway. But when you think about kids, when you look at them, they don't know what they want. They have to be exposed to different things and kind of thrown into things, and then they discover, oh, I like this. I do want to learn more about this. Or I didn't think I could do this, and now I can because somebody told me I should do it, and that's a model for everything.
I remember one student turning to me and saying, I am so excited to be part of this process, and I'm so excited that I get to think about what the future could be because my little sister's gonna come to this school, and when she gets here, these things might be reality. And that was the most exciting part of the process of thinking about the future of the school. Kind of like going back to Kate Cooper. She sat there with Bishop Kennedy and said, what if? And now we have this. So now, right now, 60 years later, we're still saying, what if?
Thank you so much. I encourage you to spend your next 3 months asking yourself that question. What if? What if I took this chance? What if I went for it? What if I really gave myself to the experience of right now and helped write the history of the next 60 years? Thank you, Seabury. And that's what happens when you agree to be on film with Miss Brummel. So thank you to everyone who said yes, and I look forward to working with more of you in the future. Now I want to welcome the members of the NJHS who will announce the results and the winners from Mount LA Giving Day.
Hello, Seabury Hall. We're going to be announcing the Mount LA Giving Day results and awards, like she said. Oh, yeah, and this is Isabel Santiago, and I'm Isla Mizell. Next slide, please.
Okay, so for the middle school divisions, for 5th grade and 1st, we have Edmund. And please come up when your name is called. We have Edmund. Second place, we have Everett. 3rd place, we have Eliana. 6th grade, we have 1st place, Victoria. 2nd place, John Paul. 3rd place, Chloe. 7th grade, Bobby. 2nd place, Erwin. 3rd place, Gabe. 8th grade, 1st place, Kahuliao. 2nd place, Skyla. And 3rd place, Brooks.
And now for the high school. 1st place for 9th grade is Joe Tall. And 2nd place is Mac. For 10th grade, 1st is Ethan and 2nd is Zayla. For 11th grade, 1st is Alex and 2nd is Christian. And for 12th grade, 1st is Riley, 2nd is Skylar, and 3rd is Andy. for the faculty and staff, first is Miss Robinson, second is Miss Gherkin, and third is Mr. Higa. Okay, and for, oh yeah, after assembly, come get your tickets, if you won. And for the Slice of Victory Challenge, good job, class of 2027, you guys won. So round of applause. That's for the class party. Next slide. And for the Power Lunch Challenge, the class of 2031 got it. So good job, guys. Can we get a drum roll, please? Next slide, please. Good job, guys, we did it. We raised $97,000, so there's no college tours for the rest of the year.
All right, next slide. Okay, so sometime this week in advisory, you guys are going to be writing thank you cards to the people who donated for Mount Lake Giving Day. Next slide.
And yeah, this just tells you what you should do. Make sure you do not write on the right side of the card. And yeah, it'll be sometime this week.
Thank you.
Good job, everyone. Now for some announcements. Starting with Spirit Week. Let's get Activities Committee up here.
What's up, guys? So Spirit Week's this week. As you know, Monday was Pajama Day, so some of you guys are dressed up. Tuesday is Jersey Day. Wednesday is Beach Day. Thursday's Throwback Thursday, so 70s, 80s, and 90s. And then Friday is Red, White, and Blue for Senior Night.
And this week out at the top of the gym, we're gonna have poster making for Senior Night. So come out and make posters for your seniors.
And for your posters, guys, make sure they're appropriate, because a lot had to be thrown away, and if they're not appropriate, then we will no longer be able to do posters. So make sure we're doing good messages only. And about Senior Night, it's this Friday. Make sure you guys come out. We're gonna have tailgating like usual, from 5:30 to 6:30, and then the game starts at 7, so be out there. And there's no activity at the end. Remember that, because it's prom the next day. Speaking of prom, make sure you guys come out. It's at Conopoli, and it's the last day to buy tickets is Wednesday, so make sure you guys get that. And if you have an outside guest, you have to get your outside guest form turned in by that day as well. The clothing drive and thrifting event is coming up, so make sure you guys do that as well. And with that, you guys are dismissed. It's a day 3. Oh, seniors, if you printed up your post